I've been studying Wall Street and the stock market for over 60 years. In fact, my first trip to the floor of the NYSE was a little over 62 years ago. Over the years, I developed a method and a system for selecting investments that I called the macro trend portfolio. And this approach was so successful that it helped me to become a highly successful advisor and money manager. It also earned me a place on every popular Wall Street TV program, reaching millions of viewers and growing that investment portfolio to over $1 billion. Now I believe that same highly select class of stocks is poised for another historic rise. This short presentation will allow me to demonstrate how our leveraged optimization system is designed to generate maximum profits when we apply it to this highly selective group of companies. Now, these are not product claims or forecasts. I'm showing you the real numbers, actual prices, and historical returns that were earned by this technique. Instead of acquiring the company with its buildings and assets, we're stripping out the expected future appreciation by buying long-term warrants or options. And we're using the same method used by Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, George Soros, and other well-known and highly successful investors. Now, here are the real numbers. Now, these are the criteria that I developed to find exactly the right stocks for this technique. First of all, structural demand. That means something people have to do. If they want the life they want, they have to use these products of these companies. Next, the company has to be a member of the oligarchy in its industry, a leading company. We don't want them being bullied by Amazon or anything. These are leading, gigantic companies. They have to have access to almost free capital. I want them to expand and grow, but I don't want them to have to issue stock and dilute us. They need to have superior skills in management, rising sales, and rising profits. And the most important thing is patents or very difficult to duplicate intellectual property and even contacts. Now, companies that have this very rare set of qualities are poised to deliver generational returns again. I want to tell you, though, most people think the stock market is about innovation and finding new ideas and guessing what's going to happen next and original ideas. In fact, every time I do a program or a podcast, I get emails about people saying to me, what do you think of this new glass for the iPhone? What do you think about this new virus injection? Innovation is very low profit and it's very competitive. That's not the companies we're interested in. We said oligarchy. We said that they're oligarchs. They're leaders in their industry. They've already won. And now what they're doing is they're spreading around the world and gaining acceptance in other parts of the world as the world becomes more like us. Those people want artificial intelligence. They want electricity. They want their kids to go to college like our kids do. They're going to be buying computers. They're going to be doing all the things that we do. And in order to do that, they are customers, and they're going to be customers of the companies that we're talking about here. Now, during that acceptance phase, the profit rise is vertical. But eventually, they reach saturation. So we're not looking at companies that are big, nice, profitable companies that make mayonnaise. We're talking about companies that are going from doing something fabulous and new to spreading around the world. That vertical part that you're seeing in this S-curve. This is a picture of exactly who we're talking about. This is a lady in India living outside of a grass hut. But she doesn't have electricity there. But her country, India, is very proud that they now have a step-down transformer that's in her village. There is electricity on the edge of her village, but they haven't wired it into everybody's house yet. Now, you can imagine how much copper that's going to take, and you can imagine that over the next few years, she's going to have electricity in her house. She's going to have a computer in her home. Her kid is going to go to college, just like our kids do, because she's dreaming of him or her becoming an accountant or a lawyer or a doctor, just like our kids do. They're watching us on Netflix on their cell phone, and they're going to have exactly what we have over the next few years. If you want to know more about what I'm doing, go to danf360.com.